Listen, my beautiful people, you got to think about it. Okay, when we talk about the Adam and Eve story, of course, we all know that, Adam and Eve were supposed to be the first two people on the earth. And, Eve, ate the apple and then she gave it to Adam. And then Adam got upset and then forever feels like he was tricked. But here lately, I've gotten a different download when it comes to that story because it just doesn't make sense. If God wanted us to procreate on earth, why would he make it so that we aren't able to tell if we're naked? Good question, right? Even the birds, okay? Even the birds do a little special dance to be like, hey, pick me. I look good, girl. You better come over here now. Even the birds, okay? Animals in general, they all have their special ways of gaining the attention of the opposite sex. That is part of us utilizing our senses, our higher senses, okay? Our sense of hearing, sight, touch, all that smell. It helps us to be able to interact with one another in that way. The biggest goal that the devil, quote unquote, has had was to keep us against each other, for us to feel that we're not as special as God says we are. So wouldn't your main goal would be to not allow you to procreate? I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble for probably talking about this or saying this, or probably people gonna probably come at me, okay? But I truly believe, just like the devil does all the time, if we're gonna talk about the devil, he places illusions over our minds, over our lives, makes us think that we don't need to work hard, that we can still, partake in certain things and just forever be okay and forever be involved in just bliss and happiness. But in real life, we have to go through hardships in order to enjoy the good times. We have to lose in order to win. We have to have balance. So that whole, living in Garden of Eden, never leaving, never having to experience pain during childbirth, all these crazy things. Like, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't God want us to experience pain? Pain to us seems so detrimental. But pain to God is the process towards your true higher self, your truest self. So here's my kick on things, okay? Here's my thought. What if, because women are very intuitive, that's why God placed women on the earth to create that balance, so that way Adam wouldn't just be working just off of his strength, working off of just action taking, working off of just ego. He needed that balance that women have, that emotional balance, that intuitive abilities to be able to see through illusions, like the moon, right? What if the Garden of Eden was the devil's way of coming to earth to trick God's people to believing that they didn't have to go through hardships? What if it was the devil that was actually talking to people to say, don't eat from that tree? What if there was an illusion that the devil was creating, right? Creating, just saying, oh, you can have that, you can have this, you can have whatever you want, just like how they do, like how the devil does with everything else. Oh, you can sleep with this person, you could do that, I can give you all the money in the world, sign this deal, I'll give you everything. But you sell your soul. You don't get to live your purpose. But by just being stuck in the Garden of Eden, of a fantasy world. And he wanted to keep us, Adam and Eve, from biting off the tree of knowledge. Why do you think it was an apple tree? The apple is actually supposed to represent knowledge. Okay? And when Eve took a bite and then Adam took a bite, they realized they was naked. It was like, oh, dang, you look good. I look good. Like, oh, what's going on here? And I believe that when the devil found out that they disobeyed him, that's when the punishment comes in. Because remember, God said he's going to give us free will. Why would he give us free will? To do what's necessary, okay? To utilize our intuition and then punish us directly as soon as we do something wrong, and this is our first time being here. What? That doesn't even make sense. And we're not just talking about no slap on the wrist. We're talking about generations of just pain, generations of confusion, generations of whatever, okay? That the devil has tried to say that, oh, this is the reason why you're getting this pain, and then, you know, through childbirth. And it was all to separate us. It was all to keep the man and the woman against each other. Why do you think that women from the beginning of time have been treated so unfairly? What do you do when you play chess? You attack the queen, don't you? In order to win, it's a strategy. You attack the queen. You attack the man's vision. See, the queen could go anywhere on the board, and I think that's supposed to represent being able to see, being able to intuitively know what the heck is going on around you. And we're not even going to get into the fact that there were only 2 people on the earth. Scientifically, how can that even be possible to be able to procreate with only 2 people being on the earth? Because at the end of the day, we all know what happens with incest, okay? It just doesn't work out, okay? You be sleeping with your brother, your cousin, your son, whatever. It will continue to go on. There was more than just 2 people on the earth. So, my beautiful people, I say all this to just say that we need to learn how to trust our intuition. That is the true goal. That is the purpose of us being here. To not just follow along what has been told to us out of fear, to keep us from to listening to what God is telling us. Now, it's nothing wrong with listening to your fellow man and getting guidance and, following some traditions. But when those traditions don't make sense and you start to really think about how God works just by looking at the trees, looking at what he has done over time, the sun, the moon, the light, the dark, having balance, separating the seas, having a limitation of how far you can go up and how far you can go down. Our intuition to know that we're being tricked is the most important thing that we need to focus on. So, my beautiful people, that is my download for today. All right. Remember to trust yourself, trust the Lord, and everything's going to continue to work out just fine. I thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye.